It's Friday, September 18th. I'm Paul Hukalak. This is TV7.ca News. As we start losing daylight, we're reminded of the importance of paying attention when on our roadways. Did you pay your taxes yet? Don't forget they're due soon. And the RCMP made some drug and weapons related arrests this week. All that and more. But first, last Friday, RCMP were called out to two separate motor vehicle collisions involving pedestrians. The first collision happened at approximately 6:30 a.m., where a pedestrian was crossing Levasseur Road in a marked intersection and was struck by a vehicle making a left turn. And the second collision also occurred in the morning at approximately 7:30 a.m., where the pedestrian was crossing on a marked crosswalk on Cunningham Road in the intersection of Stanley Drive and was struck by a vehicle. Both pedestrians were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries and were later released. The drivers involved did not see the pedestrians due to darkness in the first case and the bright sun in the second case. As the days get darker, pedestrians and motorists are being reminded to take extra caution when they are out on our streets. Both drivers involved in last week's collisions were charged with failed to yield to a pedestrian in a crosswalk. Well, did you pay your property taxes yet? Now, in response to the global pandemic, the city extended this year's tax deadline from June 30th to September 30th. So those of you who elected to defer your taxes are being reminded that the new deadline is right around the corner. Now, if you're having problems paying your taxes, you can contact the City of St. Albert Taxation Department to obtain information on what tax relief measures are currently in place. They can be reached by phone at 780-459-1516 or email taxation@stalbert.ca. However, you should note that a 6% penalty will be applied on October 1st on any outstanding taxes not paid by the extended deadline of September 30th. Payment can be made through pre-authorized payment plan, your financial institution, the drop box located on the right-hand side of the front doors of St. Albert Place, or by mail.
I want money.
Good morning, I'm Crystal Lucier. If you have a business that is incorporated, you are a corporation and have to report your annual filing to Alberta registries every year. This comes to you, it's called an annual return form. It should have your business name on it and asks you to identify who the directors and shareholders are and whether there have been any changes in the year. It's not an expensive form to file with the registry. You can either do it yourself or you can have a lawyer or accountant do it for you. However, it is an expensive mistake to make if you forget to file it. If within 2 consecutive years you haven't filed your annual returns, the Alberta Registry will strike you from the registrar's list of corporations, which means that if you want to do active business within that corporation and you want to do any accounting filings, you have to reactivate that corporation or do what we call a revival to make your corporation active. So don't get caught in that mistake of not filing your annual return or ignoring those notices that tell you that they're demanding that you do an annual return. Just remember that there are 3 agencies that you have to report to on an annual basis as a corporation. You have to report your annual return to Alberta Registries, you have to report your federal tax filing to CRA, and you have to report your provincial tax filing to Alberta Tax and Revenue. I'm Crystal Lucier. This is TV7.ca.
I want money.
Two individuals are now facing a combination of 36 charges after an RCMP drug trafficking investigation. On September 9th, 19-year-old Kyra Bell Yarema, previously of St. Albert, and Dustin Michael Orvis, 33, of Fort Saskatchewan, are now facing various charges, including possession and trafficking charges and weapons-related offenses. During the arrests, the St. Albert RCMP seized a 2001 BMW 320i belonging to Kyra Yarema as offense-related property in relation to this drug investigation. Sergeant Rob Boots, non-commissioned officer in charge of plainclothes sections, stated, quote, St. Albert RCMP Drug Unit is committed to keeping our citizens safe by conducting investigations guided by intelligence in order to target individuals who hurt our community. And if you have any information on this or any crime, you're being asked to contact the St. Albert RCMP detachment at 780-458-7700. As always, thank you for making this your weekly stop. That's it for this week. If you have any community events or news you'd like to share with our viewers, please send us an email at news@tv7.ca. And from all of us to all of you, I'm Paul Hukalak. Please stay safe, be kind, and have a great week.